The Denver Nuggets have officially made it to the NBA Finals, and I'm going to just talk about them for about a minute or so, and then we're going to be talking about the Lakers and just give my thoughts. And I want to say before any of that, I'm not making a video to hate on LeBron, and I'm going to try and say not as much negative stuff about him as I have previously. So with the Nuggets, they're going to the NBA Finals. They had the best record in the West. They were the best team in the West all year. Now, seeing that they swept the Lakers, I'm a little bit more positive about my Suns going into next year. That's something I'm happy about. But then again, a lot can change. But I'm happy for the Nuggets. Jokic, Western Conference Finals MVP, well deserved. Even though Murray did make an argument for it, he played a hell of a series. It's just Jokic is Jokic, and he's the best player in the series. However, LeBron James was the best player on the court last night, and Anthony Davis was probably one of the worst players on the court last night. And it just got me thinking, like, if you watch all the games, AD and LeBron didn't have a good game on the same night. LeBron was way more consistent than AD. LeBron was the best player on the Lakers, but in the wins that the Lakers have, Anthony Davis was the most important player. Since LeBron was giving you 25, 5, and 5 at minimum every game in the postseason, so he was consistent. Anthony Davis, you are not consistent. And that was very, very, very clear. The Lakers, you did save the LeBron James era in LA, but I'm seeing rumors that he might retire. I don't think he's going to retire. I think it's going to, if he does retire, it's going to be a lot like what Tom Brady did in the NFL. But if he does retire, LeBron, you are the second greatest player of all time. Behind Michael Jordan, of course. But I don't want to talk anything more about that game against the Nuggets. I mean, LA, you blew it. Anthony Davis was a no-show on offense. He was there defensively. He's there defensively every night. It's just you need offensive production out of him to win. I just want to talk about it was 2021 after the year after the Lakers lost to the Suns in the first round. Y'all had a trade with the Sacramento Kings that you backed out of, but it was complete. In this trade, you would have had Buddy Hield. Instead, you backed out and got Russell Westbrook, and you ruined 2 years. You wasted 2 years, essentially, dealing with Russell Westbrook, who is a phenomenal player, and I think him and LeBron have too much of the same play style to be on the same team. Like, I feel like LeBron is a higher grade Russell Westbrook that is 6'9" instead of 6'3". They play the exact same game. LeBron's a better shooter, though. Anyways, you made that trade, and it kind of ruined you for the next 2 years. And looking back on it, y'all should have just gotten Buddy Hield. You would have given up less. You would have still had a bunch of first-round picks, but instead you traded for Westbrook. Imagine what the Lakers would have been able to do if you had Buddy Hield, who is one of the best three-point shooters in the league. If you had him around LeBron and AD, and then you still have Austin Reeves, it would be interesting because you have a lot of floor spacing. That's what hurt you. You were relying on Dennis Schroeder to hit threes. He's not a great three-point shooter. Jared Vanderbilt can't score, even though he's probably top 5 defender in the league. But there's not much else to say other than you really messed up with that trade. So the Lakers offseason is going to be an interesting one because if LeBron do decide to retire, I honestly think you have to trade Anthony Davis because you got to get all that draft compensation back that you've lost. And you'll be rebuilding if LeBron retires. There's no other way around it. This team isn't that great other than LeBron and Anthony Davis. And the fact that LeBron and Anthony Davis got you to the Western Conference Finals, yes, the Warriors were small, so it was a bad matchup for the Warriors, and the Grizzlies were missing their two big men. You still made it to the conference finals, and I'm not going to take that away from you at all, because the Bucks lost because they got hurt. Heat are in the conference finals too because of injuries, and I'm not going to take that away from you at all. You probably still would have beat Memphis, and you probably still would have beat Golden State if they were bigger. Not taking anything away there. But it's just unfortunate. As I said, LeBron and AD never had good games on the same nights. And my only criticism with this is that Anthony Davis, you played terrible in a closeout game that would have prevented you from being eliminated. And then you had a great game in Denver, and LeBron couldn't find the basket from three-point land, which that's my main criticism with what he did in this series and in this postseason. I thought he burnt himself out in the first half. That was probably one of the greatest first halves I've ever seen. But he burnt himself out, and you could tell that he had no energy in the second half. But he did exactly what he needed to do in the first half. It's just he had no help from anyone else besides Austin Reeves, really. And Austin Reeves didn't play too hot. The only reason you were even in this game was because of LeBron James' greatness. And he proved to me that he is the second greatest player of all time. But I was hoping he would give you a performance like this earlier. Maybe game 3 to prevent you from going down 3-0. Maybe in game 1 to start off the series. But it was a great season, if all things considered, Los Angeles. I'm not going to say anything other than it was a great season. I mean, look where you started, 2-10. I didn't even think you're going to make the playoffs. At least I was hoping not. Because, yes, I do know that if LeBron James is in the playoffs, he should be in the conference finals or finals. And it just happens to be that I like other teams more than the Los Angeles Lakers. And I don't mind the statement that LeBron is the greatest player of all time. It doesn't bother me. It's just when people start telling me that Michael Jordan's not and don't hear my opinion out, it's frustrating, because I believe everyone has their opinion to who they think the greatest player of all time is. And LeBron is easily the second best, in my opinion. And people who say that LeBron's the greatest player think Michael Jordan's not even top 5 or top 2. And that's just blasphemy. And that's my biggest criticism with that take. I don't care who your GOAT is. You can tell me all the things in the world. I'm still going to say that Michael Jordan's my GOAT. You can say LeBron's your GOAT. I'm not going to hold that against you. You have your own takes for a reason. It's fine. Before I actually read this box score, I want to apologize to Aaron Gordon. I told you your jump shot was broke. As much as I still think it is broke, you hit 3 threes in this closeout game. So I'm very, very sorry for criticizing your jump shot. That's on me. Now let's look at the box score. You got Aaron Gordon, 22, 6, and 5. That was probably your best game of the postseason. Good job. That was great. Michael Porter Jr., back to normal. Same stats, except for he only had 1 assist, which is probably more than he averages. Nikola Jokic, another triple-double. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. We love that. Jamal Murray, 25, 5. He kind of got a little bit. He makes some tough moves. I don't know what else to say. That boy nice. He's really nice at basketball. There's no other way to put it. And this wasn't even one of his best games, and he had 25 still. KCP, this was your revenge for being traded for Russell Westbrook. Lakers fans, you must be pissed because KCP really hurt you this series. Bruce Brown, not his best game, but he's off the bench, and Jeff Green, 2 points. You realize they only played 7 players, and everyone criticizes the Suns for not having a bench and not playing anybody, but this right here proves that you can win without a bench. You didn't play anybody. And I don't know. Let's look at the Lakers side and then we'll wrap this up. LeBron, 49 and 10. Your teammates hit one more three that you passed to them, you would have won the game and you would have had a triple-double. Best game of the playoffs, played all 48 minutes. There's nothing more you could have done. I'm very happy that you had this performance. And you went out with this performance if you do decide to retire. I think this proves that you are the second greatest player of all time. Anthony Davis, mid 21 point, 14 rebound game. It's kind of crazy that we look at this as a bad game for Anthony Davis, but it is. But I think he had 4 blocks too, so defense. His presence is always felt. You just need to be better on offense. Rui Hachimura, 10.7 rebounds. I didn't like that he switched the starting lineup. Oh, nice little voice crack there. Because you had everything. You needed Rui Hachimura's spark off the bench, and you didn't have that tonight. And you had to go deeper in your bench and play Tristan Thompson. That man hasn't been relevant in 3 years, and you're playing him in a conference finals elimination game. I don't know what's going on there. You should have had Rui come off the bench. You could have closed with him. Austin Reeves, third best player on the Lakers this year. Gonna get a bag. Dennis Schroeder, I don't know if he stays with the Lakers. I honestly want him to go to the Mavericks as a fan of basketball. So go check out that Mavericks video if you want more ideas on what I think that the Mavericks should do. D'Lo, you got one more point than you did last time. Congrats, brother. Congrats. But I hope you enjoyed your last year being paid $30 million. And at most, you're signing a $10 million contract, and that's a long shot. That was pitiful performances this series. Tristan Thompson, as I said, he was playing valuable minutes. I don't know. He did bring a lot of energy, though. I think if you do need to stay in the league to continue paying that child support, then yes, I think your value would be felt in certain teams, but again, you're playing in the conference finals. You didn't play a single game the regular season. Like, that's how I knew the Lakers were not ready for this game. And then Lonnie Walker, he wasn't doing what he did against the Warriors. As always, thank you for watching, and this has been Bold Hoops with Jay Hoopa.